doing today? I hope everybody is doing wonderfully on this awesome Wednesday. I'm super excited to get to talk with you for a few minutes today about a special man that we heard a little bit about last week. Does anybody remember his name? Starts with a D. That's right, Mr. Dewey. And Mr. Dewey was really special and important to us in the library world because he did something. And do you remember what he did? Yes, he created a system to organize all the nonfiction books in the library. So 100s, 200s, 300s. Last week, we talked a little bit about the 300 section. And we talked about how with one plastic bag, that book would fall in the 300s because it has to do with society and it has to do with making a change and making a difference, that type of thing. This week, we're going to be reading a book in a few minutes, and it is from a different section of the nonfiction part of the library. The book is called Whoosh. And this book is pretty cool because it is about an inventor. And the inventor created something. Do you know what he created? Dun, dun, dun. He created this. Maybe not this exact thing, but something called a super soaker. Now, what's kind of cool about this guy that you'll hear in the story is that he created this, but it wasn't on purpose. He accidentally created the super soaker. Well, now this toy has gone into the top 20 toys of all time. Do you have one at your house, a super soaker water gun? Back when I was little, they looked different than they do now, but they do still have them out there. So his name is Lonnie Johnson. Now let's talk about this. Where would we find this book called Whoosh in the library? It's actually kind of strange because you would find it in two places. It depends on what the librarian decides. One place you could find it is in the 600's. Why the 600's? Because the 600's have to do with technology. And because Lonnie Johnson was an inventor, and he created things having to do with technology, and he's got some ties in with NASA and creations there. Because of all of those things, you might find his book in that section. Or some libraries might have his book in the 920's. Well, why in the world would it go in the 920's? Here's the reason. The 920's have all of our biographies. So boys and girls, if you remember, a biography is a story about somebody's life. So you want to know about George Washington? It's in the 920's. You want to know about Thomas Jefferson? 920's. You want to know about Wilma Rudolph? You guessed it, 920's. So because this book tells us some about Mr. Lonnie Johnson's life, that's another place. So biographies, 920's. Technology, 300's. So either of those places might have this book. I hope you enjoy listening to it today. When this video is over, move to the next slide, follow the directions to listen to the story on Epic. Bye guys.